Is Islam compatible with democracy and human rights? Democracy and human rights are relatively modern political frameworks, while Islam has existed for over 1,400 years. This creates both challenges and opportunities when examining compatibility. Key questions include, what do we mean by democracy and human rights? Is compatibility determined by scripture, historical practice, or modern interpretations? Can religious principles evolve alongside political systems? Islamic principles potentially supporting democracy. Several Islamic concepts align with democratic principles: shura, consultation. The Quranic principle encouraging rulers to consult with the community. Ijma, consensus. The theological concept of community agreement as a source of legitimacy. Bay'ah, pledge of allegiance. Historical practice of publicly affirming leadership selection. The early Medina constitution shows principles of pluralism and community governance. Quranic perspectives on governance. The Quran doesn't prescribe a specific governmental system but emphasizes principles that could inform governance. Their affairs are conducted by mutual consultation. Surah 42 Ayah 38. Justice as a fundamental value, stand firmly for justice. Surah 4 Ayah 135. Protection of human dignity, we have honored the children of Adam. Surah 17 Ayah 70. Accountability of leadership, multiple references to rulers being accountable to God. Human rights in Islamic sources. Examining how Islamic sources address human rights concepts, dignity, karma, as a foundation for all humans. Protection of life, religion, intellect, lineage, and property. Maqasid al-Sharia. The Prophet Muhammad's farewell sermon emphasizing equality. Rights of religious minorities in classical Islamic jurisprudence. Religious freedom in Islam, a balanced perspective. Islam upholds the principle of religious freedom, emphasizing individual choice and accountability. While certain historical interpretations have led to discussions on apostasy, ridda, and its consequences, modern scholars increasingly highlight the Quranic stance on freedom of belief. The Quran explicitly states, there is no compulsion in religion, Surah 2 Ayah 256, affirming that faith must be a personal and voluntary commitment. Apostasy and traditional punishments. Classical Islamic jurisprudence has historically associated apostasy with political rebellion rather than mere personal belief change. Many scholars argue that early rulings were context-dependent, addressing threats to societal stability rather than enforcing religious conformity. Contemporary Islamic thinkers emphasize that punishment for apostasy is not universally mandated and that spiritual accountability rests with God alone. Gender equality in Islam, a balanced perspective. Islamic teachings emphasize justice and dignity for both men and women, with the Quran introducing revolutionary rights for women at a time when they had little to no societal status. While discussions on gender equality continue, Islamic scholarship provides a nuanced understanding of these issues, balancing historical context with modern interpretations. Quranic verses on inheritance, testimony, and family leadership. The Quran grants women inheritance rights, ensuring financial security and autonomy. While inheritance shares differ based on familial roles, scholars highlight that men are traditionally responsible for financial provisions, making the distribution a matter of responsibility rather than inequality. Regarding testimony, Islamic law historically considered social dynamics, ensuring fairness in legal proceedings rather than diminishing women's credibility. Philosophical approaches to interpretation. How hermeneutics affects understanding of compatibility, textualism versus contextualism in Quranic interpretation. Maqasid-based, objectives-based approaches to Islamic law. The role of ijtihad, independent reasoning, in contemporary issues. Epistemological questions about certainty in religious interpretation. Historical context and development. Examining historical Muslim governance, early Rashidun Caliphate consultation practices. Evolution of Islamic governance systems over time. Ottoman constitutional reforms. Colonial disruption of indigenous political development. Contemporary Muslim-majority democracies. Cognitive biases in religious interpretation and Islamic perspective. Confirmation bias in scriptural interpretation. Islamic scholars emphasize the importance of objective interpretation, ijtihad, and contextual understanding to avoid selective reading of texts. The Quran encourages reflection and critical thinking. Quran Surah 38 Ayah 29. In-group/out-group dynamics in religious identity. Islam promotes unity and respect for diversity, urging believers to avoid tribalism and sectarianism. Quran Surah 49 Ayah 13. Cultural embedding of religious understanding. Islamic teachings adapt to cultural contexts while maintaining core principles. The Quran acknowledges human diversity and encourages wisdom in conveying religious messages. Quran Surah 16 Ayah 125. How cognitive science helps understand religious interpretation. Cognitive science highlights how biases shape perception, reinforcing the need for scholarly discourse and open-minded inquiry in Islamic thought. Linguistic analysis and scriptural interpretation. Arabic linguistic analysis of key Quranic terms. The Quran's original Arabic preserves precise meanings that can be lost in translation. Classical scholars analyze root words and syntax to ensure accurate interpretation. Translation challenges and interpretive consequences. Translating the Quran into other languages often leads to nuanced shifts in meaning. Scholars emphasize the importance of studying the Arabic text to grasp its full theological and legal implications. Historical context of key passages on governance. Quranic verses on governance were revealed in specific socio-political contexts. Understanding these contexts helps differentiate universal principles from time-bound rulings. Islamic discourse on freedom and rights has undergone an evolution, as scholars reinterpret classical terminology through the lens of contemporary human rights frameworks. The Quran's emphasis on justice and dignity for all. Conservative and traditional counterarguments. Divine sovereignty versus popular sovereignty. Concerns. Islam asserts that ultimate sovereignty belongs to God, ensuring justice and moral governance. Sharia-based systems prioritize divine guidance over human whims, fostering ethical leadership. Traditional views on the comprehensive nature of Islamic law. Islamic law, Sharia, is seen as a holistic framework addressing spiritual, social, and legal matters. Concerns about secularization and Western cultural imperialism. Many Muslim thinkers critique secularization as a Western imposition that undermines Islamic values. The argument that Islam offers its own complete system of governance. Islam presents a governance model based on justice, consultation, shura, and accountability. Historical examples, such as the Rashidun Caliphate, demonstrate effective Islamic governance principles. Case studies of Muslim-majority democracies. Indonesia's democratic evolution. Indonesia, the world's largest Muslim-majority democracy, has successfully integrated Islamic values with democratic governance. Its constitutional framework ensures religious freedom while maintaining Islamic principles in social policies. Tunisia's post-Arab Spring democratic development. Tunisia's democratic transition post-2011 was shaped by Islamic political movements advocating pluralism and human rights. The Ennahda Party, inspired by Islamic democracy, played a key role in balancing religious values with democratic reforms. Malaysia's long-standing electoral system. Malaysia has maintained a stable electoral system while incorporating Islamic governance principles. Islamic institutions contribute to social welfare and legal frameworks, ensuring harmony between democracy and religious values. Synthesis and reflection. Recognition of diversity within Islamic thought. Islam embraces intellectual diversity, with various schools of thought, madhahib, contributing to rich theological and legal discourse. The Quran encourages reflection and dialogue. Distinction between theoretical compatibility and practical implementation. Islamic principles align with justice and governance, but their application varies based on historical and societal contexts. Scholars emphasize adaptability while preserving core values. The ongoing process of interpretation and reinterpretation. Islamic jurisprudence, fiqh, evolves through scholarly consensus, ijma, and reasoning, ijtihad, ensuring relevance in changing times. This dynamic approach maintains Islam's ethical foundations. The agency of Muslims themselves in determining their political future. Islam advocates for shura, consultation, empowering communities to shape governance while adhering to moral and ethical principles. And there you have it. We hope you found this information helpful and thought-provoking. Our goal is always to provide you with content that both informs and engages. If you enjoyed this video and found value in it, we'd be incredibly grateful if you could take a moment to hit that like button. Your positive feedback helps our content reach more viewers who might benefit from it. Don't forget to ring the notification bell to stay updated on our latest uploads. We release new videos regularly and would love to have you join us on this journey of discovery and learning. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take care and stay curious.